Waking up every day, lifting him from the bed to the wheelchair to the car to get him to therapy on time. It's no small task between the doctors and the diagnosis, but nothing can disable this love. This is my big brother, my hero. He's part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. See, there's no time for tired. This starts again tomorrow. He'll be waiting for me. I wake up for him. I know he needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community, or call 877-333-5885. Caregiving Resource Center. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do. Oh, 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 tell the world I see with an emoji.
Know someone who's being bullied online? Send the witness emoji. It looks like an eye in a speech bubble, and it's in the symbol section near the clocks in your phone. You'll let the world know it isn't cool, and you'll let your friend know you care. Learn more about the witness emoji at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
It may be hard to believe, but people just like you are already saving money. Feedthepig.org makes it easy. Their simple savings plan teaches you how to start saving without going overboard. So you don't need to mooch off your friends.
You gonna finish that grape?
You mean the one in my mouth?
You don't need to stop buying the necessities.
What you're smelling is a natural musk.
Ew.
You don't need to be a medical test subject.
How do you feel? Mostly okay. Sometimes, though.
You don't need to get a second job as a stuntman. You just need an internet connection. Don't get left behind. Start your personal savings plan with the tips and tools on feedthepig.org. That way, you don't need to sell your soul to the devil.
$15 is the best I can do.
All right, deal.
Brought to you by the American Institute of CPAs and the Ad Council.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? When floodwaters reach your door? When wildfires are engulfing the edge of your neighborhood? Or an earthquake is destroying buildings? When a tornado is tearing through town? Or a hurricane strikes? Or is the best time perhaps today? During a disaster, you may not be able to stay in touch with your family or friends as easily as you think. And it's not always as simple as using your cell phone. That's why now is the time to take action. Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Edward Lehman has been a trusted insurance advisor for over 16 years with insurance solutions for auto, home, commercial, life, and retirement. He's located at 54 Sunnyside Boulevard, Suite H in Plainview. That's just 1,000 feet south of 495. Local agent, local advice. The time to think about insurance is before you need it. So do yourself a favor, and before you pay your next insurance bill, give Ed and his team a call, 516-935-3900, or visit them online at www.allstate.com/EL. Edward H. Lehman Insurance is your trusted insurance advisor.
Be fearless at MMA Long Island and Seiju Karate. Located at 28 Cold Court in Ronkonkoma, MMA Long Island is the martial arts school for you if you want to learn combat-proven techniques, build confidence, discipline, and self-esteem while learning real martial arts to fight back against bullies, predators, and peer pressure. MMA Long Island offers group and private lessons for all ages and levels in traditional Goju-Ryu karate, MMA, and self-defense. MMA Long Island is one of Long Island's most affordable martial arts schools. There are no promotion, belt, or membership fees, and family discounts are available. All classes are taught by 7th degree black belt Sensei John Benedict with over 30 years teaching experience. So whether you want to get in the ring or protect yourself and your family, MMA Long Island can help you reach your goals. Visit MMALongIsland.com. That's MMALongIsland.com or call or text 516-381-9660. That's 516-381-9660.
Do current market conditions have you nervous? Our experienced team of financial professionals at Heritage Harbor Financial Associates understands that no two investors are alike. We all have different goals, needs, and appetites for risk. That's why the one-size-fits-all approach does not work, especially when planning for retirement. At Heritage Harbor Financial Associates, we analyze your unique investment style so that you can work toward your individual retirement goals on your terms. Heritage Harbor Financial Associates can help you take steps to reach your retirement goals by providing a wide array of financial products to fit your needs, even for the risk adverse. Give us a call at 631-331-6599 to learn more or to set up an appointment with one of our financial professionals. You can also find us on the web at hhfa.org or on Facebook at facebook.com/hhfa.org. Our number again is 631-331-6599. That's 631-331-6599. Investments in stocks, bonds, and mutual funds and variable annuities are not FDIC insured and are subject to fluctuation in value and market risk, including loss of principal. Heritage Harbor Financial Associates offers securities through ALLC New York, New York. Member FINRA, SIPC, annuity, and insurance products offered through AXA Network, LLC.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
That's the bottom line. The Stone Cold said so.
Because I'm better than you, and you know it. Woo! Yes, sir! Welcome to Off the Mat with Alex Lowe's, Josh Silverberg, and Lyle Gillen.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. This is Off the Mat, the only wrestling talk show right here on WWSRN, joining you every single Tuesday night from 8 to 10 p.m. I'm your host, Josh Silverberg. With me at this time, Mr. Lyle Gillen. What's going on, man?
Nothing much. Really excited to do the show. Once again, another Takedown Breakdown reunion.
That's right. I mean, you got a little bit of a screen missing, but that's all good. Listen, it adds a little theatrics to your screen, so people have something to look at, I guess, when you're talking gibberish, but that's all cool.
Like normal.
Yeah, I mean, so missing tonight is Alex Lowe's. He is the thing is, Alex,
doing the devil's tango.
And Alex is actually doing something for his girlfriend tonight. Pretty much, he's been on every single show since this show has started. So he requested to have at least one night off. He's entitled to it. He's absolutely allowed. It's totally fine. And then
I think he's gonna be working pretty hard, though.
Hey, listen, if that's the case, God bless him. I'll say that much. So obviously, of course, if you want to reach out to us, you can write to us on our Facebook page as well, and I'll read the comments on the air. You can also call us at 203-903-8271. That's 203-903-8271. Also, you can check out our app. Our app is completely free. Don't forget that. If you have an iPhone, go to the Apple Store. Type in WWSRN. If you have an Android, go to the Google Play Store. Type in Worldwide Sports. You can check out all of our shows, our show schedules, our articles, which Lyle has an article coming out this week. So I will be posting that as soon as possible. I've had a little bit of a whirlwind this week. Lyle knows that, of course. It's a little bit. All that you could, if you're driving as well, absolutely, please, like I said, listen to the audio feed of the shows. And we have all different great shows on here. We have Sports Loudmouths, we have Weapons Hot. We have the Ryan Hickey Show. We have the Sports Lords. We have the Betting Show. All different great programs we have on here, not just wrestling programming as well. So, pretty much what the also don't forget to check out our website too, right? At worldwidesportsradio.com. And also, please do not forget as well, check out our Off the Mat website that we have. You can check all that. I'm just trying to open this up on Facebook. It is so annoying to open up the page to watch it. And also, don't forget also Speedy Petey. We can't forget.
That's what I'm trying to do too. But
yeah, I'm trying to open it on the thing on the phone, but you see, like it's like so weird because when you try to do it, it won't let you do it on the Facebook page. It's like I don't know. But Speedy Petey is here as well. Okay, I finally got it. So pretty much, the reason why I had such a whirlwind, and again, we're gonna get into the wrestling in a bit. We have so much wrestling to get into. There's a lot of things that happen. The news came out on Saturday. The gender reveal happened. I am
drum roll, please.
Yeah. I am sorry. I'm trying to figure out where NXT.
You forgot already?
No. I'm talking where NXT is. I'm trying to figure out.
Okay.
What channel was Sci-Fi on FX on Optimum? I don't remember.
Try 48. That's what it used to be. I don't know if it still is.
If you got that right, it'd be pretty impressive. No, that's like RNN.
It used to be 48. I don't know what it changed to. If you hit the IO button, you should be able to search.
I mean, this is so silly. How is it they get rid of this thing? Like, come on. But anyway, the point of it is, all right, so
they're gonna have like 400,000.
I am going to and that's what I had. We did the baseball, everything was great. First off, everybody that came out, we kind of kept it pretty small, immediate friends and had family there as well. A lot of people were not able to make it, of course, but we streamed it on Facebook and on Instagram, and then people got to check it out. I am having Melissa and I are both very happy to announce we are having a baby boy. So a baby boy will be, that is the 6th Silverberg boy in a row. It's crazy because it goes back to my uncle, then my dad, then my brother, then me, then Madden, my nephew, and now my son, who I'm not going to disclose the name. We have a name picked out already. First of all, again, I also want to thank, there were some people actually who reached out to me, and Ben was one of them. Ben reached out to me, and I don't know where Lyle went. Ben reached out to me as well as Carl. They both reached out to me to wish me congratulations. I thought that was awesome. That happened. I was very surprised, but I'm extremely happy that they reached out to me. A lot of people reached out to me, so I thought it was great, like I said, and I saw a lot of likes, a lot of messages on the page, everything. So for those that reached out to me, thank you so much. I really, truly do appreciate it. It means a lot because, again, having to leave Sports Live Mouse a few weeks ago, it was a difficult decision, but for myself and my family and my son and everything like that, it was vitally important. But of course, doing Off the Mat is something that's never going to take away from me and my interest in life, which is professional wrestling, and doing it with Lyle and Alex is an even more thrill, and seeing Speedy do it. So I'm grateful. As long as he's healthy, he's pretty much as long as he's healthy. I'm just trying to read what's going on here. It seems like this background is like the story of the show. It feels like, as long as he's happy, he's healthy, he's happy. But so far, from all the stuff, Melissa had another doctor's appointment yesterday. So far, the baby's doing great. Melissa's doing awesome. She's really hanging in there. She's such a trooper. She again, I said she got up at 5:45 in the morning Saturday and started doing everything. I was up a little bit after her, Not much after like 6:30ish, 6 o'clock, but she was up at it, out the door, doing cooking, cleaning, getting things together and everything like that. And that's why, in my opinion, I have the greatest wife in the world, and I can't ask for anybody better. So yeah, I mean, like I said, thank you to those that reached out. I really do truly appreciate it. I want to get into, of course, a lot of wrestling talk, but it just seems like this background thing for a while.
I don't know why it's like, what the fuck?
It's gonna be so funny the whole show. Oh my god. Oh man. I want to see how it looks on the thing. See, it doesn't look. It's weird because it doesn't look terrible. It actually doesn't look terrible when I open it up on Facebook. Like, it really doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, it doesn't look that bad on Facebook.
I mean, it's not mine, obviously, but it's.
You can tell there's something going on with it.
Yeah, it's spazzing out on you. But anyway, let's get into a lot of
as
wrestling.
it gets darker. The room is getting darker, and the green
that's
screen
gonna be
is
interesting, isn't it? But
I have to figure this out.
It's all right. You'll get it eventually. Don't worry. But let's get into it, right? And let's talk about what happened and the stories of the release that happened. I should say, not the release. Well, there were releases actually. There were two major releases. And that was one being Bray Wyatt, which I think threw everybody off. And the other was Ric Flair, which was another one that threw everybody off. And I don't even think they even gave Ric Flair a wish him the best in his future endeavors message. I don't even think they even did that. I think they just said, we've released Ric Flair. I was confused. That's why I'm wearing my my vintage Bray Wyatt shirt tonight. My old Bray Wyatt shirt. That to me was
that shirt took you like 3 months to get.
Yeah, I remember. I ordered it when the first day it came out. I ordered it. It just debuted. And I got it, and it was on back order for about 3.5 months. He was so over at the time, and then he faced The Undertaker, and he lost. And I was like, just stop the momentum. And he carried that entire rivalry up until that match, because Taker never showed up to a single Raw. Wyatt did all the promos. So it was interesting. I look at it as a situation where I don't think Bray is right now in the head. I could be wrong. But ever since this situation with Brody Lee, who he was of course best friends with, to me, I think has really messed him up. He did the tribute to him at their Mania match with Orton. But he I look at Bray Wyatt, and I'm not even being a homer or anything like that. I sincerely think this is a guy that he can literally turn, and excuse my language here, he could literally turn chicken shit into chicken salad with his characters that he's been given. The t-shirt sales show the popularity he had in the WWE. This was a shocking. Apparently, Fox is pissed off about this. USA is not happy about this. The USA came out and they were saying that they were not happy about this release. It's kind of crazy that really the Braun Strowman one was surprising, but I think this one just threw everybody for a loop. Now I don't want to compare this to the Chris Benoit Eddie Guerrero situation, but you have to remember when Eddie Guerrero passed away, Chris Benoit was really, really, really messed up for a while. And to me, I feel like Bray Wyatt losing Brody Lee is, it kind of feels like almost a similar situation because he's been so messed up. I mean, let's be realistic. His character, as bad as it had been, and I was a fan at first of the whole gimmick when it first started against, like, when he fought Balor. Like, it was cool at SummerSlam. And then he had the dark with the red lights, and then it was like the Hell in a Cell finish was terrible, and the character got stale, and he lost to Goldberg. But he can make any character work. And the big thing about Wyatt is he played 3 different characters. You have to understand that. You remember he played the Wyatt family character, he played the Fiend character, and then he played the Firefly Funhouse character. He did it all. I think he did them very well. It's not his fault the way they booked the Fiend character. I mean, they asked him to make something. It was a cool idea. It was just the booking for him was garbage. I think he's a guy that could work at any company. I think he's somebody that really, when you look in the mirror, he's somebody that will fit in, whether it's AEW, New Japan, Ring of Honor, Impact. All of these companies are going to be lining up for this guy. They will.
It's definitely a head scratcher for sure. He's a known merch. He's a guy who is known to sell a lot of merch.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
He was set to return in August.
Mm-hmm.
He was set to come back soon. So why did they release him? It does not make sense. They claimed budget cuts, but they just claimed in their quarter two call that it was their most highest grossing quarter ever.
Excuse me.
So why are they continually still releasing talent if they are for budget cuts? If they're having their highest quarterly grossing quarter, I butchered that ever.
That's all right. We got it though.
It doesn't make sense. It does not sound right. Something sounds fishy. I just can't comprehend it.
I mean, and Lyle, like you said, it's weird because think about it this way. The last few months, they cut 2 of their more popular guys in Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt. It doesn't really even remotely. 2 of those guys are tops in merchandise sales. You know that, especially
was Braun?
Bray.
Was he?
Braun was popular with the kids. That was what it was. Braun was popular with the kids. Bray was popular in general as a whole.
I don't know why anybody would like Braun.
Bray, every time Bray had a merchandise come out, it was sold out. I mean, it was. He was over. He was as over as. And the thing is, if you're a New Japan, if you're an AEW, if you're a Ring of Honor, I think this is really a guy who, I mean, The Undertaker even said it in his documentary, the Last Ride documentary about him. He said he is one of the best characters he's seen that is somebody that can create something on a whim and run with it. He actually said that Bray reminded him so much of a young him, where it was you give him something and he just will take it and make it even better than what the thought process was.
Bray Wyatt's Wyatt family gimmick was 10 times better than The Fiend.
Oh, 100%.
The Fiend was horrible. It was just really bad all around. It was okay at the beginning. It was okay at the beginning, and then
yes,
it wasn't just the booking. A lot of things about it, it was really bad. It was well done at the beginning, and then ever since that, when they started the red lights, that was it. I was done from there on. That Hell in a Cell with Seth Rollins, it had nothing to really do with just the match. With everything about it, I didn't like it. I thought it was just bad. Just really bad. I that was towards the end of probably The Fiend and Bray and Braun Strowman. Probably 2 of the reasons why I fully tuned out of the main roster for the most part. I just thought they were just 2 characters that I cannot stand watching, and they were pushed so much.
I like I said, the stuff with Finn was awesome. It was good in the beginning. I thought it was perfect for him to set him out straight like that. I think they pushed him too fast. I think they tried to make him into this character like what Kane first was, and it didn't work. So to me, it was like I said, it's kind of weird that when you look at the situation and you look at the whole of how Bray Wyatt was, like I said, If he goes to AEW, he's going to be $1 million.
I hope not. I hope not.
I don't know why you would hope that he wouldn't go there.
I don't think he fits into AEW.
I completely think he fits into AEW because I think he's a guy.
I don't think his style in the ring fits in with AEW at all.
Why?
I don't. Yeah, his style in the ring, I don't think fits in with the majority of AEW.
What's his style in the ring any different than when you stare and you look at a guy? I don't know. Let me think of somebody. Who's somebody that's popular on AEW that I think is close and similar approach to him?
Miro. I don't think you're gonna find it.
Miro.
No, I think Miro is completely different.
Oh, I think he's more athletic.
No, Miro is a powerhouse. They have a different style.
But I don't understand though, like when Bray Wyatt was in the Wyatt family, and even the way he was like in the Wyatt family, his matches were awesome. They were.
They were better then.
I mean, the Undertaker even said, and this is coming from the Undertaker. He said that Bray was one of his favorite opponents he ever faced at WrestleMania. He's had a lot of opponents. He said Bray is also the safest guy he ever worked with at WrestleMania, and that's kind of that's a lot.
I just don't think he's the type of guy who fits into that roster. He's more built for WWE Main Roster than he is for AEW.
AEW have his character.
The AEW roster and their top talent is a completely different style than Bray Wyatt, and I just don't think he fits in.
I don't know. I think him and also even like a Brody Lee are kind of too similar. And Brody Lee was very over. And people didn't know if Brody Lee was going to fit into the AEW roster, and he fit in very nicely because of his character too.
It wasn't just that. Brody Lee's style wasn't just.
They're very similar in styles.
I think. I don't think so. I don't. I think they're a little bit. I think they're different. I never got that vibe from them when the style that Brody Lee wrestled in AEW was completely different than he wrestled in WWE. Now, I'm not saying that
he wrestles, but what if Bray wrestles differently in AEW than he does in WWE?
I was never saying that he wouldn't. I was based off of what I've seen in the main roster. I don't think he fits into.
Listen, I'll be the first to say it. I didn't think Brody Lee was going to work in AEW. I didn't like his style either.
And I know you're upset that I'm saying that because he's your favorite guy for a very long time, but my opinion won't change on Bray Wyatt. I don't think he fits in with the top guys there.
Listen, you have a right to.
I just don't think he fits in, and he wrestles a much slower style than majority of the guys there. I just don't think he's the type of guy who can fit in there, in ring wise. Character wise, he'd be great, but like. I don't watch AEW for a guy who can have a good character and then have subpar matches. I want to watch a guy with a good character and then deliver on those matches.
Well, like I said, we'll see where it's going. Listen, like I said, it doesn't upset me that you have a different opinion than me. It's allowed. It doesn't even remotely even offend me. It's your right. I mean, look, like I said, time will tell if AEW signs him and his style completely changes, which, again, it very well could. Like I said, I wasn't. I'll be the one to admit it. I don't care. I did not think Brody Lee was going to work in AEW. No, it did. His style was good. It was good, but his character really put it over the top. So. When I see certain things and everything like that, and if you're Tony Khan and you see that this guy's going to make you money, you're signing the guy. It's all about money, dollars and cents. It's all about ratings, and and he won't even be named Bray Wyatt. Obviously, he's going to be a whole completely different character.
I would like him to use the Wyndham Rotunda.
Do that.
I would like him to use the real name. I think it brings more weight to it, having the Rotunda name, than having something that's similar to Bray Wyatt or something like that. That just feels very WWE. Like,
they're not. They're not going to be allowed to use Bray Wyatt.
I said something similar to Bray Wyatt. I would want that because even let's look at Roman Reigns. Now his name is Roman Reigns, but he plays the character who has the lineage of Joe. I can't pronounce the last name. Joe. Noah, or however you pronounce it, and it doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you're gonna come in and use your lineage, you should use the name that comes with the lineage. And I would like to see Bray Wyatt have that type of character. Come in with the Rotunda name, carries more weight to it, gives him more importance. Now, that's if he goes to AEW. Now, I don't think he does. I think he does a Zelina Vega type thing. It's been rumored that Braun will return to WWE. I think Braun and Bray will return to WWE. It's more of a matter of when, not if. I just think those are two guys who are built for the main roster and not to have success in other places. Not that they can't. Just as they are right now, I think they're built for success there.
I mean, like I said, and again, your opinion is one. And I'm not even just because I like Bray. I think, given a chance, I think Bray can make Bray's type of guy that I feel like can make anything work. In the wink of, when the Undertaker says something, people listen, as they should. I think the Undertaker's voice brings a lot into the wrestling industry, and when he says that Bray can make anything work. And he's also one of the safest in-ring workers he's ever had at WrestleMania. I think that's telling. Because let's be real, Undertaker's had 1 billion different opponents. And that includes Shawn Michaels. That includes Triple H. That includes Edge. Randy Orton. You want to go back? Kane.
Diesel.
Diesel, Psycho Sid. The list goes on and on. He's had 1 billion different opponents, and he said that Bray was the safest guy he ever worked with. And I think that rings true to a lot of people in the industry.
Was he saying the safest he ever worked with at WrestleMania?
Yeah, WrestleMania.
Or safest ever?
No, safest WrestleMania.
Okay.
But even still,
he's worked with Bret Hart, who is probably the safest wrestler of all time.
Yeah, no, not of all time at WrestleMania, but that still rings high praise. That still rings very much high praise because think of all the opponents he's had at WrestleMania, a bunch of them, and to say that about Bray is telling. And he even admitted, he said Bray put
22. I think he wrestled Shawn twice.
Wrestled Shawn twice.
Triple H 3 times. So maybe like 20.
Yeah,
maybe 20 different opponents.
Yeah. I think that's a very complimentary thing to say. He loved working with him.
Brock is definitely not one of the safest guys.
But honestly, and if you look into the documentary, the thing he said, and I might even say it's the thing he said mostly about Bray was Bray's willing to sit there and listen like a sponge. And he takes it in. And he listens really intently. And so I think he's somebody that it seems like he's easy to work with. Like you've never heard a peep about Bray Wyatt being difficult to work with. Like that's a very, very, very big thing because there's a lot of people that are like that in the wrestling industry today. Today, especially. I mean, all you do is hear reports of this guy's difficult to work with. He can't be there. This is annoying, but a pain in the ass. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all over the place now. So I think when you have a guy, and especially he comes from a good family, the Rotunda family, of course, with his dad being IRS.
I'd like to see him and Bo Dallas do something as the Wyndham Brothers and be a tag team. That I would be interested in. If they are doing AEW, I would like to see Bo and Bray as using their real names, Rotunda, and being a tag team. I think that holds bigger weight, gives the tag team division a little bit more legitimacy, which I don't think it really needs, but you can't have too much legitimacy for.
I just think he's too big of a character to be in like Ring of Honor or Impact. He's too big. Like
I can't picture him in New Japan.
I can't even New Japan. I think it's either AEW or WWE. I think those are the only two options for him. He's too big for the other places. He's not going to go to New Japan, I don't think. Although he actually would be pretty fun in New Japan. I'm not going to lie. He would be pretty fun there.
You probably sell a lot of merchandise there too for them with his characters and stuff.
Oh, are you kidding me? He would have him in a match against Shingo with those two. I mean, that would be freaking hysterical with the two with the promos he would put together. I mean, have him versus Evil.
Him versus Yano.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Him versus Evil would be fun. Evil would be a lot of fun against him. But it's like I said, I think he's too big. I think it's got to be WWE or AEW. And I think it's going to be one or the other, and that's going to be it. And I think Tony's going to, but I have to wonder if it's something mentally with him since Brody Lee passed away. Because like I said.
No, I don't think that's it at all anymore. From my understanding, he was set to return. He was preparing to return in August. So I don't think that's it at all. My understanding is that was not it, and that had nothing to do with it.
I don't know.
Maybe that was why he needed time off originally, but
yeah.
I don't think it had anything to do with it now, and I don't think it's fair to assume that he did have that big of an issue. I think not to discredit men's mental awareness, but I think that he, from my understanding, that was not a primary issue with him getting released. It was just WWE being WWE.
No, listen, like I said, that might not be the issue. It's just, I'm just giving an assumption. That's all. I'm just, from what I'm seeing. Because like I said, I saw when Eddie Guerrero passed away, and Chris Benoit needed time off. And Chris Benoit, you know what I'm saying? Because Chris Benoit wasn't right. And then, of course, we know, I'm not saying obviously Bray Wyatt's going to do that. That's I don't know if anybody could really do it. That happened. But, my point is it's.
Run, JoJo.
When something like that, really, you're sick. When something like that takes place.
You brought it up! I didn't!
I'm just saying, when something like that, happens and takes place, it's like, you just got to wonder. We're going to take a quick break. We'll do a couple commercials here. When we come back, we're going to get into the Ric Flair stuff. What is going on there? Why did Ric Flair get released? And Adam Cole. His contract is set to expire soon. Where is he going to end up? Plus, we're going to do a little AEW. We're going to do all of that. And then we're going to get to some where we think, a lot of these talents that are free agents out there that are still free agents, where we think is a good place for them to end up. Plus, we do a little NXT. And we're going to talk about a little All Out. Did AEW All Out sell out? We'll talk about that later on in the show. This is Off the Mat on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. We'll be right back.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Edward Lehman has been a trusted insurance advisor for over 16 years with insurance solutions for auto, home, commercial, life, and retirement. He's located at 54 Sunnyside Boulevard, Suite H in Plainview. That's just 1,000 feet south of 495. Local agent, local advice. The time to think about insurance is before you need it. So do yourself a favor, and before you pay your next insurance bill, give Ed and his team a call, 516-935-3900, or visit them online at www.allstate.com/EL. Edward H. Lehman Insurance is your trusted insurance advisor.
Of course my kid's in the right car seat. Well, I think he is.
Yeah, my kid's in a booster seat. He was ready to move up. He is ready, right?
Her car seat looks like the right size.
There are probably rules on when to move up to a booster seat, aren't there?
Rear facing, forward facing? I think I have it right.
Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Are your children in the right car seat for their age and size? Don't think you know. Know you know. Go to safercar.gov/the right seat.
I know my child's in the right car seat, or else I wouldn't get in the driver's seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college. This is beyond a simple donation. It's the opportunity for America to invest in its kids and take an active stake in the future of the country. The return on your investment isn't money. What you get back is knowing you protected our potential. So one day, that potential can grow up to become so surgeons and architects, executives and engineers, people who could change the future just by being a part of it. My name is Alicia, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. A public service announcement brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
This is Nnamdi Asamoah. I play football for the Philadelphia Eagles, but what I do off the field with United Way might be more important. I'm a volunteer tutor and mentor. Why? Because over 1 million kids a year drop out of school, and that's not okay. It takes 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes about the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be me, or it could be you. Studies show that if we get to these kids earlier, their chances are better. And kids who read well by 3rd grade are more likely to graduate. So join me in United Way. Suit up and take the pledge. Become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor. Because when a child succeeds, we all succeed. Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Take the pledge at unitedway.org. Brought to you by United Way, the Ad Council, and the National Football League.
They'll challenge your authority. They'll try to break your will. They'll push you to the edge of your sanity. Because that's what kids do. But this car is your territory, not theirs. Defend it. Who makes the payments? Who cleans it? Who drives it? You do. That's who. And in here, your word is law. So when you say you won't move until everyone's buckled up, you won't budge an inch until you hear that click. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. For more information, visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
This is the worst town I've ever been in. No!
The champ is here. Now welcome back to Off the Mat with Alex Slows, Josh Silverberg, and Lyle Gillen.
Yes, we are back, ladies and gentlemen, for the second.
I look good now.
Look at that. Wow. You see the lights did work.
Holy shit.
Oh my God. Look how much better the lights look. It looks really good. Speedy, you did it. You did it again, man. Look at you. You could Speedy, pat yourself on the back if you could. Or, you know, if you want to spank the monkey.
Congrats.
He wants to spank the monkey a little bit off the air. That's cool too. You could do that also. But just don't hurt the monkey.
He wants to have his dog lick himself.
No, he said it. No, it's okay. He said it's not happening, so it's all right. We are live on the mat. This is the second half here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network with Lyle Gillen, Speedy PD. I'm Josh Silverberg, joining you every single Tuesday night from 8 to 10 p.m. right here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. And again, how you can listen to us every single week. It's simple. You download the app. It's free. WWSRN on the Apple Store. Google Play Store, you type in Worldwide Sports. You just click install and you get all of our amazing, great free content. Also, check out worldwidesportsradio.com. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Periscope, all over the place. All right. So we got a lot with the Bray Wyatt stuff, but there was another release that happened that was really, really, really interesting yesterday, and that was with Ric Flair. Ric Flair was randomly released from his Legends deal. With the WWE, I'm trying to figure it out why this was the case, but it was actually I wanted to bring this up to you. I figured you'd be into it. So, I was listening to what's the show that I listened to with Bully Ray and Dave LaGreca on Fight Nation. It's Busted Open. And I have to tell you, Bully Ray made an amazing point this morning. He said that this is going to be a mistake by WWE because think about it this way. You know, if you're AEW, right, you have Tully Blanchard there. You have Arn Anderson there. You bring Ric Flair there. You bring, because AEW is really struggling with their demographics, right? At 50 plus, but they're not doing great with that still.
It's not happening. He's not going there. He's not friends. I'll be highly
You
shocked.
didn't let me finish my point. You already were like a Debbie Downer about it. Jesus Christ.
Ric Flair has said multiple times he's not friends with Tully and Arn anymore. He doesn't talk to them. He thinks that they were very bad friends. And he points out how when he was in the hospital, they didn't talk to him. They didn't say anything to him. So.
All right. Well, that ends that wonderful, great segment that I had planned. So thank you, Lyle.
No problem, anytime, man.
God,
So,
I mean, Louis, you just killed like 10 minutes.
However, I would love to see him paired with MJF.
Yes, that's what I'm
that would be
saying. Like,
amazing.
my point of it is this: if you want to fix the demographics of 50 plus, like if you're Tony Khan, right? Like everybody and their mother knows who Ric Flair is. Like the entire Jacksonville Jaguars roster knows who Ric Flair is. Like everybody knows who Ric Flair is. They all know the stuff. They all do the thing. With the wooing and everything like that, like you, that's how you fix the demographic, right? Like if you're gonna bring in like the Big Show and Mark Henry to help, like it would kind of make sense to bring in Ric Flair. You would. I don't see why. Because originally, remember, Ric Flair was supposed to be the one to debut the AEW Championship at Double or Nothing,
Yes.
and last minute, he wasn't doing well. And they switched it over to Bret Hart. So originally Rick was willing to do business with AEW. His health wasn't doing well for him to really. Yes, Speedy. Tim Tebow knows who Bret Hart is. Okay.
No. He was asking about Ric Flair.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes, I said Tim Tebow knows who Ric Flair is.
You said Bret Hart.
I meant Tim Tebow. No, I said Tim Tebow just now. I saw the comment that Speedy said. Yes.
You said Tim Tebow knows who Bret Hart is.
I meant to say Ric Flair. Never mind. He might know who Bret Hart is too.
I don't know. I don't know if he does though.
No.
Majority of
he knows who Ric Flair is. If Tebow doesn't know who Ric Flair is, then he's lost.
Majority of Ric Flair's life is a gigantic sin.
Everybody knows who Ric Flair is.
But Tim Tebow is
he definitely knows who he is because he's wishing good things on Ric Flair at this point.
Tim Tebow is a giant religious person.
Yes.
And Ric Flair's life is the complete opposite of that.
Yes.
So I think that he does not know who he is. Just saying.
Trust me. I think he probably knows who he is. I'd be a little surprised.
I don't know.
But the point is with the way that it's all planned out, right? If you're bringing in legends left and right, you're bringing in Christian, you're bringing in Big Show, Mark Henry, Arn Anderson, Toy Blank, and you were going to originally let Ric Flair debut the AEW Heavyweight Championship before his health issues arose and they had to switch it last minute and bring in Bret Hart. Clearly, he's done business, Tony Khan, with Ric Flair before. It can't hurt to talk to him again and see, where it leads, where it goes. Listen, Matt Hardy and Edge hated each other. They did business together in WWE. Money.
Yeah, but
and their thing was a lot worse.
That's also a little bit of a different situation. They were both contracted with that company at the time, where Rick is not contracted with AEW, so he has the option to say no. He's to go, hey, I don't want to be associated with them. It's too awkward for me. I'd rather just stay home and do nothing. However, now I'm not saying I don't think it will happen. I just don't think. Well, yeah, I am saying that. I'm not saying I don't think it should happen. I'm saying I don't think it will happen. I don't think he will end up being on the program. I don't think he will want to be with Tully and Arn on there. Just my opinion from my knowledge of what Rick has said in the past.
Listen, that's his prerogative. If that's the way he wants to go about it, that's fine. I'm just saying, if you're AEW, if you're Tony Khan, reach out to him. Talk to him. You don't even have to have him work with Tully and Arn. You could have him do something else. Have him be backstage and, be a speaker for some of the wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
You could do that. that doesn't necessarily mean you have to work with Arn and Tully. Like this is there's
They're gonna have to see each other.
No, they don't even have to even go. They don't even have to walk in the same hallway with each other. They don't need. They honestly could go different directions. If Tony Khan says to Ric Flair, "Hey, listen, I want you to do this favor for me. I want you to cut some promos and work backstage with some of the guys, like, and I'll pay you so and so amount of money." Which Tony Khan would pay him a lot of money to do that. Like, if you're Ric Flair, you'd be stupid not to do that. Like, I just think that would be just idiotic, right? I mean, you don't even have to. What are you doing? You're making a few appearances. Are you talking to wrestlers? That's a great gig.
I think the one that he could do best with is MJF.
I mean, he has Tully already, though.
He does, but Tully is never really with MJF.
No, I agree with you.
And Ric Flair is
with FTR and Sean Spears. I understand that.
FTR is then they got me doing it. Ric Flair is a complete mirror image of what MJF is now. And by Ric Flair, I mean Ric Flair of back in the day. With the robes, with everything about him. It's just like they're trying to make MJF be a future Ric Flair. And which is why I think they would work perfect together. I don't think it'll happen for the Tully factor, but I wish it would.
Hey, listen, like I said, if you're Rick, I think it's something you seriously should consider. If he's offered it, obviously. If he wants to stay retired,
he could live on Andrade, though.
They could do. Let me tell you.
No. I think he would be with him. I think he could go there because Andrade is there.
That's
not
true.
Going to think Chavo.
Yeah, that's true. He would have comfortability. He would have kind of a person to lean on because his future son-in-law is going to be there. So
when is Charlotte's contract up?
Oh, she's not leaving.
I'm not saying she's leaving, but
no, she's the face of the women's division in WWE. She's not going anywhere.
If Rick goes there and Andrade is there,
I understand that, but at the same time, she's literally WWE's given her like 13 championships.
14.
Like, they will pay her anything she wants to stay. They don't even care. They're not even going to give a price. Like, they'll just honestly with that, Vince will probably hand her a blank check and say, "What do you want?" Because he's not.
I can picture that. Yeah, I'm trying to look it up right now.
He is 110% not losing her to AEW. That is never going to happen.
I'm not saying it will. I'm saying that more what if.
Of course. I mean, look, what ifs are wonderful, right? Like, what ifs are the greatest. Like, we can have a whole show, you and I and Alex, on what ifs. 98% of them probably won't come to fruition, but we can always say what ifs.
we know what a certain what if is currently happening tonight, right, Alex?
Oh, well, I will say this: if he doesn't come back to us with a good answer, then that's a problem.
I'm going to ask him right off the bat.
Oh, be nice to him about it.
Right off the bat next week. So tune in. I'm going to ask him straight up, Alex, how was the first time doing the Devil's Tango?
Oh God!
And I really hope he's not watching this right now with his girlfriend.
The Devil's Tango. It's the first time I've ever heard that the Devil's Tango. I've never heard that before. It's a new one for me. But it's it's having Flair. It's interesting, right, with these Legends contracts, because it's like, okay, like even like we're waiting on Kurt Angle still, and Kurt Angle seems to be very happy with retirement. I don't think Kurt Angle is anytime soon going back into wrestling. He seems to be doing well. He's happy. Everything like that. But a guy I want to get into now really quick, and we got the news, and I tried to get Raj on. He didn't respond. He's probably so swamped right now with appearances.
Very busy, probably.
Raj broke the story. And that's Adam Cole's contract being up after SummerSlam and NXT TakeOver 36 is over. And he hasn't resigned anything yet. And originally, WWE, I believe they fired one of their guys that I believe was in negotiations with Cole. If I'm not mistaken, they recently fired him. which is
I
weird.
did not hear that.
It was like connected to one of the stories, and I clicked on the link. And I think he was the guy that was negotiating the Cole contract, and I guess it just didn't work, and it's weird.
From what I have heard is that they did not know his contract was ending. They didn't realize it ended now.
You don't even know when your employee's contract is ending.
That they thought it was ending he still had a while left on his contract. And then they found out in July that it ended at the end of July. So they got him and they had him extend it till SummerSlam. So now he is just contracted till SummerSlam weekend. Until then, he'll wrestle through there, and then he's done. So,
I mean,
so the takeover on the 22nd is probably his last.
Yeah, it's the day after SummerSlam.
As of right now, people think he could end up resigning, but from my understanding is that they have not approached him with another contract as of now, per Sean Ross of Fightful. So I don't know. We're gonna find out. I think that they end up doing something. I don't expect him to leave, but at the same time, would not be shocked. And if he does leave, I really want him to debut on the Halloween episode of Dynamite and just be a ghost going around scaring everybody.
You gotta give him his, I guess, his 30-day clause or whatever it is.
It would be 30 days because
unless they screw it up like they did with Malachi, unless they screw it up.
No. It would be 30 days because he's in NXT. And NXT contracts are 30 days. So I want him to come and debut on the Halloween episode so he can be a ghost.
NXT.
Because he's dead.
Oh, yes.
He's dead.
Ha, ha, ha. Very funny. Because from the being the Elite, yes.
But wait, hold on. If he leaves WWE and he's not contracted anymore until he debuts, can he be on Being the Elite as just a ghost following around the Elite?
Oh God!
Like they don't know he's there. Like
that literally just sounds like a terrible gimmick.
It would be hilarious. Oh my God, the crap they can make him do.
I don't know. It just seems like a terrible gimmick.
It'll only be on Being the Elite, of course.
Oh God. Well, I look at it this way: if you first off, if he leaves NXT, it's a killer for NXT. It's a blow.
I think so much of that company is already a killer. NXT, by the way, like what they're doing to Cross before they're calling him up is brutal, and then they're putting the belt on Samoa Joe, who's going to end up having nobody like his size to compete with. You're going to have to put the belt on Walter, who's then going to once again have the same problem, have nobody his size to compete with, unless it's Bronson Reed, who will then have the same problem that I just mentioned everyone else will. They have two guys who are big enough to believe when they wrestle. You can't believe Johnny Gargano is going to be a Samoa Joe. Now, I'm not saying he can't do it in real life, but like, look at the size difference. Look at if he faced Bronson Reed. Like Bronson Reed, didn't he just beat Gargano?
Yeah, then he lost to Isaiah Swerve.
So I don't know. I think that it's just interesting what they're doing. I think that NXT has a lot of issues right now. And
they have a ton of issues. And it's a shame because their show's pretty good. Their roster is very talented.
It's talented for what it is, but it's not talented for what its purpose is. If that makes any sense.
Well, its purpose is for development.
Yes, but the guys they're developing, Vince will never push to become main event talent. He's not going to push a guy like Gargano.
Cross, I'm trying to figure that one out.
And why would you have Lee, who has been off the show forever, beat Cross? I don't understand that at all.
Well, the way they booked Lee was terrible too. Yeah, the most popular theme song on NXT. Hey, let's change the theme song, and then let's change it again.
Well, that was different. They changed it because of they didn't have the rights to it anymore.
They should have gotten the rights to it.
Well, CFOs or CFO money, however you pronounce it.
CFO is Whoopi. I know CFO. It was better when what's his name used to make all the music.
Jim Johnson? Nah. Yeah. CFO money was way better.
Oh, Jim Johnson was the best. Go look at the classic themes from the Attitude Era and all that, man. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I just think some of these themes are just much better.
No, I hate CFO themes.
They were very good.
Yuck.
So, do you hate Aleister Black's theme?
I didn't say I hated all of them. There's a few I like. Like Shinsuke,
Okay, do you
I like.
Okay, do you hate AJ Styles?
Okay, so we want to go classic themes. Are we talking Stone Cold? We're talking Undertaker? We're talking Kane? It's all Jim Johnson. Just saying.
Yeah, I never said he wasn't bad,
Triple
but
H,
but
DX, dude, DX was Jim Johnson. Like
no, that theme wasn't Jim Johnson.
He had a part in helping produce it. He didn't make the song, but he helped produce it.
That was something I don't know if he did. I think that was one of the songs that they started getting from somewhere else.
Nation of Domination. He did.
Nation, yeah, but I'm just because it's nostalgic doesn't mean it's better.
I like nostalgia. I like old fashioned.
Like
I think it's simple.
I like nostalgia too, but it doesn't mean it's better. The theme itself, some of the themes he made now, or CFO Money, were way better.
Yes, CFO did a good job with Keith Lee's new theme.
What happened?
CFO did a good job with Keith Lee's new theme.
That wasn't him. That's why they didn't have the rights anymore, because he was gone.
Yeah.
Whoever made the rights from it. Yeah, CFO Money's not with WWE anymore.
I mean, I like CFO. I like some of CFO's music. I do like Undisputed Era is good.
Yeah, very good.
That's good. I like some of their music.
Majority of NXT, he did. But majority of the main roster, he did. Like majority of the themes, they actually purchased or the rights for, so they could still using it. The bigger ones, like Nakamura, Bobby Roode.
Bobby Roode was great. I remember.
Yeah.
I forget the rest of the WWE.
It's Robert Roode.
It's a shame, man.
Samoa Joe.
That dude could still wrestle, and he's wasting his talent.
Who?
Robert Roode.
Oh yeah, he can still go 100%.
Dude, I mean, he should be in New Japan or Ring of Honor or back in Impact somewhere.
I would love him back in Impact. They need.
Hell, I'll put him in AEW. You want to put him in AEW? I'll put him in AEW.
Why are we putting everybody from WWE that's not being underused into AEW? I hate it so much.
Well, this is different. Well,
big reason why I don't want to play Wyatt there.
No, hold on. Time out. There's a difference. First off, Bobby Roode actually has talent.
No, I'm not saying it's going to happen.
And Christian should not have been signed there.
Christian can still go.
He could go, but if I'm going to have a choice between Bobby Roode and Christian, I'm choosing Bobby Roode.
Well, they have completely different purposes if they went there.
You're right. Bobby Roode is more popular, though.
No, he's not. Christian is a much bigger name.
He's a much bigger name, but he's more popular now.
But that's what. No, he's not. Christian is a bigger name, so that he's there, so he can put over younger talent, like Jungle Boy.
I agree.
That is his purpose. And Robert Roode can't do that.
I mean, it depends because Robert Roode at this point is almost kind of close in age. They're not far off with age-wise. I think he's in his late 40s.
I don't. Let's look that up. Bobby Roode.
I would say he's in his late 40s.
45.
There you go.
I think Christian's in his 50s. Oh, no, he's 47. Wow, he's younger than I thought he was. Wow.
See that?
But you know what? He doesn't have the name. He doesn't have the significance of beating him that it would come with beating Bobby Roode, because Bobby Roode has been so underutilized and so put in a position for a while.
I mean, I've always been a Roode fan. This goes back to my days watching TNA. So for me, it's when he was on Team Canada. Growing up watching him, I thought it was, and then Fortune. He was great in Fortune.
But taking him from his Impact character and looking at that so long ago now, that majority of people don't associate that with him anymore.
You're right. It got better when he went to NXT.
He was great in NXT.
In the main roster.
Exactly. He's been so in that position for so long
that
he doesn't carry the same weight as a Christian.
Yeah, but let's be real here. Miro was completely buried. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was completely buried.
Yes and no.
No,
by WWE.
Yes. I mean, he's coming out of cake to the wedding.
But he was doing great. And then they just decided, okay, we're going to do that terrible storyline. He was over as can be.
And Rube was too when he got to the main roster too, and then they did terrible storyline.
I'm talking about right before that Rusev Lashley Lana storyline. Right before that, Rusev was still over. So taking him and getting over, he was still over with everybody. You ask a poll to WWE fans a year, I'll say when Rusev was still on the roster, who they liked more, Rusev or Bobby Roode?
They're gonna say Rusev, of course, but that's what happens when you put a tag team with Dolph Ziggler. And that's what happens.
Who, if we want to say somebody's underutilized in his career, that's Dolph Ziggler. He could have been much bigger.
He should have been. That's for sure. When we come back, we're going to take a break. We're going to get to some AEW talk. We're going to talk about All Out. We're going to talk about the rumors. We're going to talk about this and what's going on and what's happening. There's a lot to take in. Cody doesn't want to say anything. Tony Khan doesn't want to say anything. They're leaving everybody in the dark, and I think it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. We'll be right back to talk all about AEW right here on Off the Mat. We'll be right back.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Be fearless at MMA Long Island and Seituha Karate. Located at 28 Cold Court in Ronkonkoma, MMA Long Island is the martial arts school for you if you want to learn combat-proven techniques, build confidence, discipline, and self-esteem while learning real martial arts to fight back against bullies, predators, and peer pressure. MMA Long Island offers group and private lessons for all ages and levels in traditional Goju-Ryu karate, MMA, and self-defense. MMA Long Island is one of Long Island's most affordable martial arts schools. There are no promotion, belt, or membership fees, and family discounts are available. All classes are taught by 7th degree black belt Sensei John Benedict with over 30 years teaching experience. So whether you want to get in the ring or protect yourself and your family, MMA Long Island can help you reach your goals. Visit MMALongIsland.com. That's MMALongIsland.com or call or text 516-381-9660. That's 516-381-9660.
Hi, this is Terry Crews, actor, former football player, game show host, father of 5, and all-around big dude. I'm also an expert on drama. I know all kinds of drama. There's the good kind that comes with having a house full of kids. There's the bad kind like season-ending injuries. There's the necessary kind like having an agent in Hollywood. And there's silly drama like the drama around my percolating pectorals. And then there's the drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your high school diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org.
Or text diploma to 97779. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. That's diploma to 97779. And leave the drama to actors like me.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents Multiple Choice Parenting.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes?
How could he do this to you? And for Sheila, she has split ends.
B, console her.
Oh, sweetie, this is going to happen a lot. 4, maybe 5 more times before you get married.
C, take charge.
Got to get this all straightened out. Give a little talking to, man to man, mano a mano. Hey, Steve! It's now a good time? No? Okay, no problem. Bye.
Or D, help her find a new boyfriend.
I know a great place to meet boys. The internet. Nice, single boys. Never mind. How about some ice cream?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
For more information on how you can adopt, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
This is you over 30 years ago.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
And this is your mom when you drive her back from therapy.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Roles change without us noticing, and in your new role, we help you help. AARP gives you the information to help care for your mom so that you can have patience with her, just like she did with you. Visit aarp.org/caregiving or call 1-877-333-5885 to get practical health and wellness tips to provide even better care for your loved one.
Are we there yet?
Remember, visit aarp.org/caregiving. AARP, we help you help. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
When I was little, I didn't talk for a long time. I liked things to always be the same. Anything new or different would scare and upset me. I was very sensitive to lights and sounds. It was almost like I had bigger eyes and ears than everyone else. So I built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. I didn't like looking people in the eye. It made me feel uncomfortable. I'd throw big tantrums over little things like when my socks didn't match. Sometimes I'd do the same things over and over. Until one day, I found out I had autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I learned how to live with it better.
You can see signs of autism in children as young as 18 months. Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. Are you ready? Now welcome back to Off the Mat with Alex Slows, Josh Silverberg, and Lyle Gillen.
Yep, we are here, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the second half of the first hour of what'd you say?
He said, ladies and gentlemen, and Lyle.
Yeah, well, Lyle, you're a special breed. This is Off the Mat right here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network, of course, with Lyle Gillen and Speedy Petey. Tonight, I'm Josh Silverberg. Alex Slows is out. He'll be back next week. All right, so let's get into it. There's a lot to talk about with AEW, and that's all these media scrums, right? They call them media scrums. We're trying to meet with the wrestlers and everything, and Tony Khan hasn't said a word, and Cody hasn't said a word. They love rumors, they said, but they're not disclosing anything. Good for them. Because clearly word has gotten out about CM Punk and about Daniel Bryan, and they're trying to hold it straight faces, and they're trying to keep it a surprise. But, of course, in this day and age and with Twitter, it's impossible. You really, I mean, they got away with one with Sting, which was pretty damn impressive. But it's
and
very.
Andrade.
What'd you say?
And Andrade.
Andrade too. Andrade was another one they did. And
Aleister Black. Pretty much a majority of everybody.
Yeah, I guess Malachi was one.
Pretty much everybody that debuted who's been a name.
The only thing was with Malachi. The only thing with Malachi was there was a report earlier in that day that said that he was back.
Yeah, Sean Ross did report that back just before the show, but nobody expected it to be that quickly before his 90 days, because nobody at that point knew his 90 days were he didn't have it. That he only had 30. Nobody knew that. So that was all a surprise, and that's why it threw everybody off.
You know, and that's the thing, right? I mean, and the reports that have come out that now that All Out, nobody knows what the main event is anymore, right? Because Hangman Page lost this match last week.
I don't think he was ever supposed to be the main event with Omega. I don't think that was ever a thing. I think people are just assuming that because they were all fantasy booking and thought he was going to beat Omega. But when I really broke it down, you really can't have the Dark Order beating Omega. And it doesn't work if you have Hangman pinning Omega. They should not have touched in that match. I stood by that. But they kind of booked themselves in a corner there, and I think the way they did it was fine. But I don't think it was ever going to be Hangman. Also, he's having a child at the end of the month, early September. and that is why he is not going to be on the pay-per-view. Now, with that information, I don't believe they just found out and were like, "Oh crap,
look at this
he
guy!
can't be there."
Look at this. We got
Like-
a John Alba right here, but disclosing this information.
What's
you speaking new?
I don't think that was new information to them, so I don't think he was ever supposed to be in the main event. Personally, I believe it's going to be Christian Cage versus Omega on the Rampage on August 20th. When he beats Christian Cage, Omega will make the statement, "There's no one else for me to beat in his company." He will call himself the best in the world, and then Cult of Personality will play. Punk will come out.
But what about the thing that Darby said?
I don't necessarily think that that's going to be right now.
It just seems like when you make a
I don't
statement,
think.
I don't know.
I think that will eventually happen, and I think it's all part of their slow build to that, because they're very good at that, where they'll slow burn you.
So Punk is first. At all out.
No.
So who's the guy that
Punk is going to be at Rampage on the 20th?
No, I'm saying, but who does? So I'm saying, but he faces Omega at All Out.
That's what I think is going to happen. Which a lot of people they're going to be upset because he's going through the ranking system, but from a business standpoint, he's CM Punk. If he can still go, that's money. They're going to make so much money from that. People, they'll make it even if he can't go. That will probably be the highest grossing pay-per-view that a company that's non-WWE has had since Nitro.
Yeah,
not Nitro. I'm sorry. Since WCW in the 97, 98, when they were the hottest company in the world.
It's sold out. It's already gaining steam. I mean, it's going on the secondary market for $400, $500 just in the last row of the seats. What I saw in Vivid Seats.
All Out sold out a long time ago. When did tickets up for All Out go on sale? Just after Double or Nothing, they started going on sale, and they sold out. They sold out 90% of the building in the pre-sale.
I mean, think about this. Think about even the Arthur Ashe Stadium. They sold, I believe, last I saw was, I think, 17,500 is what they sold for Arthur Ashe, which is really good. Which is really good. Really good.
Yeah.
And I think at that point also the rules are going to change. Even with stadiums now, where now I think they're going to start the mask mandate at stadiums again with this whole thing with Delta variant.
I think it will be a mask mandate for that show. I don't think it will be a
mandated period. I think that's what the rumor has been. Like they're going to start making it. You need to be. They're even talking about maybe possibly if you're not vaccinated, like you can't go to a stadium. Like, you can't go.
They're not going to do it to an outdoor arena.
Don't say that because they're talking about stadium.
As of right now, it's just indoor. So
no,
I don't.
And they said that it could be outdoor too. They're talking about doing it for all over the place, which is smart because
like I said,
walking in the corridors, they're walking in the corridors and stuff. So
like I said, as of right now, it's indoor stadiums. Which, in order to get around that, all they have to do is have the roof open. So if it's a halfway decent day out, they're gonna have the roof open, and then they don't need vaccines required. They can also start off not having the roof open, consider it a outdoor event, and then a little bit into the event, start closing it, and then, hey, everyone's already in. So, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Nothing to really worry about. There's ways around it. I really don't know what they would consider that for Arthur Ashe, because originally, from my understanding, was that they let them do their own thing. So I don't know if they're still.
No, go for it.
I don't know if they're still going to be doing that, or if they make the change that Arthur Ashe will have to follow suit. But they did. Cuomo the other day, he said that he could not make a mask mandate. He was going to have the counties do it themselves. So that would be more up to de Blasio. I don't know.
With indoors and stuff like that. So
he started off with indoors. I think that it will increase the vaccine numbers. What he did in New York City. So I don't know. We'll have to play it by ear. I don't think by the time that show comes around, they're going to do that because those restrictions start on the 13th.
I mean, like I said, I look at it in this perspective. I hope they start to do something similar to that. I'm sorry because, like, somebody like me, for example, like my wife is pregnant. So, God forbid something happens with the Delta, especially with like the Delta variant and stuff like that, because even people that are vaccinated are still getting it.
Mm-hmm.
That I need to make sure that my wife is safe and my baby is safe and healthy. And there's just some people out there that are just having selfish reasons to it. And it's very frustrating. It's not right. It's not right for people.
It's not. People don't understand. They think, just because people don't understand and they're not properly educated regarding the vaccine. Everyone needs to go out there and get vaccinated. It's not only for your safety, it's for everybody's safety. And unfortunately, people
do it for the person next to you. How's that?
They may not care
do
about
it for the person you're sitting next to on the bus. That's a 90-year-old grandmother. Do it for that person. Do it for the person that has to go home to 2 babies at home when they get home from work. And they have to risk their life every day because you're not being educated enough on the silliness. Like, it's just, I don't even want to get into it. It pisses me off so freaking much. And I think that's how you should motivate people to get vaccinated. No more sporting events. Sorry. Too freaking bad. Go do something about it. Huh? You want to end this?
The way you make it work is that you have to show proof of vaccination in order to go to the office, in order to work, because majority of people are. So businesses aren't going to keep everybody home for less than a third of their company. They're not going to do that. They're going to say, everyone come back. Oh, what's that? You're not vaccinated? Okay, you're fired. That's what a lot of companies are going to do. Because if they make it that in order to work in an office and you're going to have to be vaccinated, that will force people to go get vaccinated. If you tell them that you could lose your job if you don't, it'll work. That's the that's the end all be all option that they have, and I think they will eventually do that. But
I hope so, man. It's just so silly. Like, everybody complains about this COVID stuff. Well, there's a way to fix it, and nobody's doing it.
Now I'm curious. Now that they are forcing healthcare workers to get the vaccine, is Arrow finally going to get it?
Who knows, man? Listen, that's his choice. That's his personal choice. But anyway, besides that, like I said, I just want to do it for, not even just for my son, but for other people too. You know what I mean? Like, for my wife's safety. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm an educator. My wife's an educator. I mean, this is mask mandates are going to happen in schools again. Like, this is going back to square one again. We thought we were. What'd you say?
I said, yeah, we are.
Yeah, I thought we were at the finish line, and nope, people are still not listening. And
I think we jumped the gun on ending the mask mandate to begin with. We should have continued with the vaccine and continued the mask mandate, and then we would still be low.
Well, I mean, that's just, it's look at where Alex lives. Florida has the lowest vaccination rate right now. I think it's only 40%. It's embarrassing. Quite frankly, it's a joke. 40% of the state. 40. That is abysmal. That should not be the case at this point. But people just want to do whatever they freaking feel like, so it is what it is. Anyway, getting back to AEW in regards to everything they're doing. So, after watching Dynamite this week, we talked about the match with Hangman and everything like that. Where does Kenny, you think, go? Like, you said Hangman's going to be out because of the baby and everything.
He's not gonna be on All Out at all.
Yeah. So where does Kenny go for the next few weeks? Is it just like a Christian Cage setup at this point? Because I think All Out's in 3 weeks.
No, All Out's on September 5th.
Oh, so I was off by one. I was off by what? 4 weeks? Was it 4 weeks?
5.
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I was off by. Sorry, I was off by 2 weeks. Excuse me.
About maybe 5.5, because yeah, it's on a Sunday. I would say like maybe 4.5, 5.
Either way, regardless, the point being is this. I think, like you said, they're going to set it up because Rampage, they're going to have their debut Rampage show, which I think is only going to be an hour, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Is Rampage only an hour?
That show itself will be, yeah.
That's so weird. It should just be 2 hours.
I
don't know why an hour. It just seems like, why would I want to go to Rampage ever? Like, I would never want to go.
So they're probably, my understanding is that they're going to also tape, it's probably going to be every other week live, or just August 20th we'll be doing this, whereas they tape
all the shows in one area.
No, where they tape another episode of Rampage. So it'd probably be a episode of Dark and then 2 hours of Rampage.
I'm just saying, because I was going to say, because I would never want to go see Rampage if it's only 1 hour. And then Dark for an hour, whatever. That's like...
What they should do...
That's like going to WCW Saturday night.
what they should do is have Rampage taped the same day as Dynamite, and then have Dark and Elevation taped at Daly's place with $20 general admission tickets.
Now, what is Elevation again?
It's just another show on YouTube.
YouTube? They have so many things going on. Then they have, what is that? Got 4 shows?
Yes, but I've heard rumblings that one of the Darks will end. So I'm going to assume that is going to happen, but I wouldn't be shocked if it's on YouTube. It's not really that much. Like,
no, but I'm saying, like,
I don't know.
They don't need to do all this on YouTube. Like, they could do one show on YouTube and that's it. Like, they don't have to do like 2 different shows on YouTube.
I think that's what it will become. What it'll come down to. Yeah.
You might as well just do one show, just combine it.
And have 3 hours?
Yeah, well, I mean, like, how many dark? Just do 2 hours. How many darks do you really need? You need really that many? Nobody really. I mean, I don't want to guess. I mean, how many people really watch it though?
Let's find out.
I mean, I guess it depends on.
A decent amount of.
I mean, I guess it depends who's on the episode, right? Like, it depends who's on the episode.
A decent amount are watching.
Like
today.
Darby Allin's on it this week with Sting, so people are going to watch it.
A decent amount are watching today. It's a Dark
because of Darby, because Darby's on with Sting this week, I think.
Because Dark is having their 100th episode.
Oh my god, they already have 100 episodes already. Shoot, I don't even think I've ever watched more than 2.
But that is the reason why a decent amount are watching today. Let me try and find.
Well, I know they got Darby on with Sting tonight.
It's currently 40,000 views.
All right, so that's okay.
Elevation.
It's not like 1 million views or something.
Elevation was yesterday, and that's when Darby was on. They had 279,000 views.
So I'm saying it depends.
That's not bad at all.
Well, it's not bad, but again, it depends who's on the show, right?
Okay, let's go to the week before.
Like, if Darby Allin was one of the more popular guys in AEW, was on with Sting, then yeah, they're gonna watch it.
Okay, so regular Dark last week got 239,000 views, and Elevation the week before got 454,000 views.
So who was on that Elevation then? Had there been somebody good?
Pac, Santa Rosa, Jungle Boy, Kingston, Ty Conti.
There you go. See what I mean?
They always do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you have like a Pac and a Jungle Boy, that's gonna. I mean, they're literally putting Darby Allin on.
2 weeks ago was the same exact thing.
Yeah, Jungle Boy last week.
475,000. Sounds like they continuously get around that for Elevation.
I mean, like I said, but don't you have to agree, right? It all depends on who they put on the show. Like which character they're putting on it.
This Elevation had 790,000 views from 2 weeks ago. That episode of Elevation had more views than NXT.
I wonder who they put on that episode.
That was fucking great. Okay. Dude, let me try to find the card. I cannot find the card. They don't list it. Stupid show. They say Sting and Darby headline the most loaded card ever. They don't say what the card is.
No, really? What a bunch of lowlifes. I'm just kidding.
How dare they?
Seriously, like, how do you... Come on, that's vital information.
I can't help but laugh. They had a episode of Dark Elevation that outdrew NXT. That's funny. That's how bad that show has been. Viewership-wise, not quality-wise, viewership.
I don't know. I just think it's... I mean, like I said, it depends on who the characters that are going on the show are going to be. If this week you give Darby Allin, unless you give Jungle Boy, that's going to... You know what I'm saying? Like, that's going to get people to tune in. If you have, like, Peter Avalon versus, I don't know, some random dude, nobody's going to watch.
Oh my god, it's some random dude. Yes, I'm watching.
See, it's what I'm saying. You must be a real big fan of wrestling if you're going to watch that. Just saying.
Come on. You've seen the Invisible Guy, right?
Oh, best.
He's so good.
I bought his t-shirt.
You're wearing it right now.
No, it's in my drawer upstairs. I got it from Pro Wrestling Tees.
Oh wait, I thought you meant like a sweatshirt. Because then you're wearing it over the Bray Wyatt shirt.
Hot.
You're wearing it over the Bray Wyatt shirt.
No, it's too hot. Too hot for that.
No, you don't feel the heat because it's invisible.
Oh, well. My body still feels the heat. I just can't, you know. Wow, this is where this is really going, huh? Invisible t-shirts. Yeah. Nah, this sounds about right.
There were a lot of them in Austin, Texas.
I'll tell you. AEW's, they got an interesting week this week. What is the preview for AEW this week? I didn't even remember it.
I think
usually Alex has that. I should know.
The big match is Malachi Black and Cody.
That is yes, and you know how you know it's a big match when Pro Wrestling Tees is making a T-shirt for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you know it's a big match. So that's probably gonna be the main event. But they'll probably surprise us and make that the opening match.
No, they said that, I believe, already that it was the main event. I think that was already announced.
I think Black's gonna win. I think there's gonna be some faction formed. Right, there has to be, no?
Who would be in it?
I don't know. I'm curious with that one. I'm curious with Andrade, who's going to be in his group. I'm wondering if the
Roosh and his brother.
But what if
Dragon Lee?
No, what if like the Lucha Bros? They turn on Pac and they join Andrade.
I wouldn't like that. I would not like that at all.
No, neither would I. I'm just saying. I would hate that.
Then how many times have they really left Death Triangle in that case, you know?
Well, it kind of sucks because when Death Triangle first started, I mean, it was kind of crap because COVID happened and Pac couldn't get back into the country.
Yeah.
And neither could Pentagon. Phoenix was here already. Phoenix was in the U.S., but Pentagon was stuck in, I think, Mexico, and Pac was stuck in England.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't. Neither one of those. Only Phoenix was here. They really couldn't. It was kind of weird, right? Because Phoenix was coming out the Death Triangle video, and it was just him. It's kind of weird.
I don't remember. No, I think what happened was they weren't on the show for all of the tapings that they did in Georgia, and then they snuck them out of Mexico, kind of like a baseball team smuggling somebody out of Cuba. So they snuck them out, and they had them surprised on a show together. That's when they came back, and one of them got hurt. I think it was FedEx. And then they shut down. But they came right back, and then one of them got hurt. So maybe that's what you're thinking of.
Awesome.
I don't remember it exactly how it occurred.
It just seems like a very, I don't know. I mean, the way, the whole thing was a mess, right? Like, because they got this group, it was hot, it was ready to go, ready to get started, and it's like, oh, no.
A lot of their plans got put on the back burner.
That was the problem. A lot of people got completely, was screwed. So it was, All right, well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we are going to get into some This Week in Wrestling History. I am going to be replacing Alex for that for this week.
Oh, I'm here to watch that.
What'd you say?
I'm here to watch that. That'll be entertaining.
I would hope so. So we're going to do that. We're going to get into our finishing move. We're going to get into all that stuff. When we come back, we're also going to get to some where we think some of these released wrestlers we think would be good fits in the future for it. Stick with us. This is Off the Mat on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. We'll be right back.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Do current market conditions have you nervous? Our experienced team of financial professionals at Heritage Harbor Financial Associates understands that no two investors are alike. We all have different goals, needs, and appetites for risk. That's why the one-size-fits-all approach does not work, especially when planning for retirement. At Heritage Harbor Financial Associates, we analyze your unique investment style so that you can work toward your individual retirement goals on your terms. Heritage Harbor Financial Associates can help you take steps to reach your retirement goals by providing a wide array of financial products to fit your needs, even for the risk-averse. Give us a call at 631-331-6599 to learn more or to set up an appointment with one of our financial professionals. You can also find us on the web at hhfa.org or on Facebook at facebook.com/hhfa.org. Our number again is 631-331-6599. That's 631-331-6599. Investments in stocks, bonds, and mutual funds and variable annuities are not FDIC insured and are subject to fluctuation in value and market risk, including loss of principal. Heritage Harbor Financial Associates offers securities through AXA Advisors LLC, New York, New York. Member FINRA, SIPC, annuity and insurance products offered through AXA Network LLC.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs. And it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Dear John, I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but you've left me no choice. I'm leaving. Uncontrolled high blood pressure is really serious, and lately you seem to really not care. I've been there for you since day one, and I know you think I'm going to keep ticking. But no, my friend, I can quit whenever I want. Why can't we get back to the good times, when we were more active and ate more healthy foods, and you checked on me every once in a while? Is that too much to ask? I don't want to leave, but unless you stop ignoring me, what else am I supposed to do? Remember, when I quit, you quit. Sincerely, your heart.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Doing the minimum to control your high blood pressure isn't doing enough. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get your blood pressure to a healthy range before it's too late. Find out how at heart.org/blood pressure. Check, change, control. A message from the American Heart Association, the American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Jason Derulo. I love that music connects to people all over the country. But unfortunately, so does something else. Childhood hunger. 15 million kids struggle with hunger right here in America. And yet, every year, billions of pounds of surplus food in the U.S. go to waste instead of going to the children in need. Feeding America is working to change this. The Feeding America nationwide network of food banks rescues this surplus of food to help provide meals to families in virtually every community in the United States, including yours. But they just can't do this alone. Join me in the fight against hunger in America. For more information on what you can do to get involved, visit feedingamerica.org. That's feedingamerica.org. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America. A message from Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hey everyone. Let's all stop what we're doing right now and take a moment. That felt good, huh? Just like that, we had a nice special sort of moment together. Of course, they don't all need to be quiet moments to be special. They could be loud moments, goofy moments, sporty moments, dorky moments. Moments where we talk or walk or just hang out. It doesn't really matter. They all count. Because every time dads like us take a moment like that to spend with our kids, well, it's pretty momentous. Sounds like somebody agrees. So let's take a moment to make a moment. Today, call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Rest in peace.
Welcome to the Shield of Justice.
I'm the Boogeyman, and I'm coming to get you. Oh, it's true! It's
Now, welcome back to Off the Mat with Alex Lowe's, Josh Silverberg, and Lyle Gillen.
And we are back for the last bit of Off the Mat right here on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network, of course, with Lyle Gillen and Speedy Petey. I'm Josh Silverberg. Alex Slows will be back next week. So,
oh crap, I won't be here.
Nah, you will. So, I'm going to be taking over Alex's spot. I found an interesting this week in wrestling history. So it's
this is going to be so bad, everybody.
Well, it's actually really not. This week in wrestling history. So it's Friday, August the 4th. I know today's the 3rd. So
that's why it's this week.
Yeah, I think isn't it usually this day in wrestling history?
No, it's this week. You're right.
It is this week. Okay, I always forget. All right. So this happened. This is interesting. This happened at Sports Plus in Lake Grove. Just right.
I haven't heard that name in 10 years. Holy crap.
Right in Lake Grove. This was Ring of Honor. Time to man up. Okay. Here it was. You ready? It was Shane Hagdam defeating an unknown male wrestler. That was in the dark match. See what I mean? Those do exist, people. Okay. That's, as we like to call it, this guy. Okay. So, all right. So Bryan Danielson, better known as Daniel Bryan, defeated Jack Evans.
American Dragon.
Okay. Christopher Daniels and Matt Sydal defeated David Christ and Jack Christ. Colt Cabana defeated Claudio Castagnoli. Austin Aries and Roderick Strong defeated Adam Pearce and BJ Whitmer. Homicide and Ricky Reyes and Jimmy Rave and Sal Rinauro in an Ultimate Endurance 4-way tag match for the ROH Tag Team Championships. Nigel McGuinness defeated Delirious. Jay and Mark Briscoe defeated Davey Richards and Kenta. And then the main event, Samoa Joe defeating AJ Styles.
Wow.
That sounds like the most epic possible card you could have at a Sports Plus in Lake Grove, New York. Congratulations if you were.
Hold on. I want to know the setup. Like
I tried looking at photos, I couldn't get it.
I want to know what it would have looked like. I'm really curious. What year was this?
100% right, by the way. Speed is 100% right. If I did figure out time travel, that would be one of the first things I go to see.
Yeah, but like
that's like right. What is that? Like that's like Lake Grove is what, like 10 minutes from me. So that's a that's a couple of minute drive for me to go over there and back. It'd be great if they still had wrestling at Sports Plus.
It'd be great if they still had Sports Plus.
Well, yeah, that too.
What year was that show?
2006, April 4th. August 4th. August 4th. The attendance was 700 people.
In a Sports Plus?
They must have
Where the
had.
hell you put them all?
Must have had like a really big room or something.
Maybe on the hockey rink?
Oh, that's probably what it was. They probably put like the boarding over the hockey rink.
Has to be.
Like what they do with like when they had the Coliseum in the Garden, they put the boarding over the ice. Like when the Knicks play, they put the hoop with the basketball court. They put it over there.
Put the who?
They put the floor on the basketball or the
floor.
Well, it's like I mean, that's a great show.
Oh my god! Like, what?
I want to see what else there is. There's got to be other ones too.
I thought you were gonna say CM Punk versus Samoa Joe.
Hey, listen, Kenta was on that show. What the hell does that tell you?
That means that CM Punk was still in Ring of Honor. Well, quote unquote, CM Punk's moveset.
Can I pop this one up?
A lot of his moveset was stolen from Kenta.
Oh no, that doesn't count.
What?
No, there was 2009 ECW. That doesn't count.
In Sports Plus?
No, it was not. I don't.
Oh.
I don't know if there's another Sports Plus event that's going to be on here.
Hold on. Let's look this up.
That'd be pretty impressive. There's another Sports Plus. Just let me see. Sports Plus Wrestling. This is exciting. I tell you this. If they really... No, that's not going to have... That's not it. No, they're not going to show it. There's no way they're going to show it.
Okay,
That's cool that I found that. That is cool that I found that.
What is Winter Blowout 1997? That's an actual ECW show.
It doesn't exist.
Hold on. Winter Blowout 1997.
It's not real.
I'm looking at it right now, man.
It doesn't exist. I know. I saw it too. It doesn't exist. I'm convinced this Ring of Honor show didn't really happen at Sports Plus.
Okay, here's the card for Winter Blowout 1997. Axel Rotten defeated Spike Dudley.
Okay.
Little Guido defeated Chris Chetty. Steve Williams defeated Bowles Mahoney. Ray Dudley defeated Roadkill. Rob Van Dam defeated Mickey Whipwreck. Sabu defeated Devon Dudley. The Eliminators defeated Brian Lee and Chris Candido to retain the tag team championships. Shane Douglas beat Pitbull 2. And the Sandman and Tommy Dreamer beat Raven and Steve Richards. That's a really good card.
A nice card.
Yeah. I want to know if this was like a pay-per-view. Hold on. Winter Blowout 1997. I'm really...
I mean, like I said, I think the biggest thing when I look at, I'm trying to find this. I mean, the fact that Sports Plus had a wrestling event is just mind blowing that happened. That's crazy.
Would this be on the network?
It's Ring of Honor. Oh, the ECW one? No, probably. I mean, you probably go through the archive on well, it should say if it was on TV or not, because the Ring of Honor show was not televised.
Let's look at what year do you think Sports Plus closed down?
What year do I think? Sports Plus was cool, man.
Oh, it was great. I loved Sports Plus growing up, man. My brother used to play hockey there. My dad would give me $20 to just go run around the arcade. 10 minutes later, I came back asking for more money.
Sounds about right.
Man,
I don't know what.
My childhood was great. I'm going to look on Peacock to see if they have Winter Blowout 1997 on there when I'm done.
So, I wanted to give you A couple. I guess we'll give like a couple of names of guys that have been released. So, Bray Wyatt. Where do you think Bray Wyatt ends up and why?
Main roster.
Do you think he's
Because-
back all the way?
Yeah, I don't think he doesn't have the build for me. Like he's not he doesn't fit in ring with a lot of other promotions. I think he's too big for Impact or Ring of Honor. I don't really think he fits in with New Japan. I don't really think in ring he fits in with AEW. I think the only place he can really go to is WWE.
Ric Flair. Oh, I'll get mine with Bray. I think he goes to either back to the main roster or he goes to excuse me. I think he goes to AEW is another answer. And the reason is Tony's going to want him for money because of his popularity. The main roster would be obviously ideal for him, but if everything goes right, it could be AEW for him. If it works at WWE, congratulations to him, but we'll see. Ric Flair.
His couch.
Sounds about right. What does he need the money for, really?
He doesn't.
I mean, he could still do AEW behind the scenes.
I don't even think that happens. I don't think he goes there at all.
Well, don't say never. Never say never in this business. Everybody thought
never. Well, he hasn't come back yet.
Listen, I'm just saying, no. If he does, everybody said he's never coming back.
He hasn't come back yet.
If he does, I'm just saying.
I think he will, but I don't know. I don't want to jinx it, man.
I say the best company for him to go to is AEW to go behind the scenes. I think that would be very ideal for him. But hey, like I said, we'll see. Adam Cole.
AEW.
So you don't think he resigns with NXT?
I'm not saying he doesn't resign there. I believe the question was where I think he should go.
I see where he will go. Where he will go.
Oh, well, I think he will go. Yeah, I think he should. I think he should go to AEW. I think he's more of a fit there. I don't think he really has much to go up and do things in WWE. You look how Karrion Kross was being used.
I was going to say that's a prime example of what you should take.
Guys going before him. If you don't think guys in NXT who are stars, whose contracts are coming up, are paying attention to how guys who are just as over as them are being used on the main roster, then I don't know what you're thinking of, but he 100% is paying attention to that and thinking, maybe it is smarter I go to AEW. Maybe it's smarter I go back to Ring of Honor. I think he goes to AEW in the end of the day and goes back with the Elite.
I think he ends up in AEW as well. Man, I think he has to see what's going on there.
And then I want Kevin Owens to get released and go to AEW, and then I want it to be Mountain Rushmore again.
Yeah, that'd be
That's
cool.
what I want. That's what I really want. If that happened, I would probably mark the hell out. I like Mount Rushmore a lot.
Well, that was a fun faction, that's for sure. All right, man. Well, it is time to get to our finishing maneuver. So, other than you getting your green screen all fixed up, what is your finishing move for this week?
Oh God. I just want to say, I think everyone who says Kenny Omega is not a draw needs to shut the hell up and suck it up for once and admit that Kenny Omega is a draw. He drew 1.4 million people for his match. You look at everything he has done. If you still say Kenny Omega is not a draw, then you are wrong. I think that Kenny Omega is the equivalent of Shawn Michaels today, where Shawn Michaels back in the day when he was younger, he worked for Smoky Mountain. He didn't get along with Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette did not like him, did not think he was any good, and it was the same exact reasons why he doesn't like Kenny Omega for the most part. He was a purist, and I saw it in a Shawn Michaels interview where Shawn Michaels said that. This is a very old interview, though, by the way. Where Shawn Michaels said that, hey, wrestling's changed, and Jim Cornette is the same guy as 1980, with the same mindset. And if you look at what he did with that interview with Shawn Michaels, then I think that comparing him and Shawn Michaels is pretty accurate.
My finishing move for me is I would have to probably say what happened this past week, and that is the releases of everything that went down with Bray Wyatt and all that. It was very shocking. Didn't see it coming at all. I wish him the best. I think he's going to kill it no matter where he goes. I'm not saying that because I'm a huge fan of his. I just think he really is a draw. So to me, I think, when you look at what he's done so far in his career, it's really good. I think he could do more, of course. And then my other finishing move is the announcement of my son.
Yeah, I thought that was what it was going to be when he said this past week. That's what you're going to go for.
No, I mean, look, there's a few things.
Your son, and then you.
I mean, like my son is always going to be number one now. I mean, that's just a fact. That's not changing.
Who's number two?
My wife. No, I'm just kidding. They're 1A and 1B. They're 1A and 1B. They're 1A and 1B. My wife and my son are my everything.
So who's 2A?
No, myself.
Who's 2B? I got a shot there.
You're not. I'm kidding.
Okay,
No, but again, I do. Like I said, I know. Like I said, Ben and Carl reached out to me, and I'm really, and of course, obviously, you were there live. I want to, thank everybody that was there. They got to see that and got to. They reached out to me via text or called me on the phone. I know Alex reached out to me on the phone. It was awesome.
He's a good dude.
He's a great dude, Alex. He's wonderful, and that was awesome of him to do that.
Once again, as a great friend of yours, I would like to say congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm very happy for you.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Of course. Listen,
I can't wait to meet him.
December 22nd is the due date, so
hopefully he does not have other plans, and that is the actual birthday.
Well, listen, usually when you have a baby, you never know. It fluctuates. It could be early, later, it could be a day,
Hopefully it's not wake up Christmas morning, 12:01. Okay, gotta go to the hospital. I really hope that's not happening.
I mean, it's literally
that would be a memorable Christmas.
I mean, the good thing is I only live like 6 minutes from the hospital. I only live like 5 I literally live down the road from Stony Brook Medical. Like literally 5 minutes away. I'm like on Wisconsin Highway and I'm like right there. So that's at least a good thing. So I'm like ready to go.
That's where my nephew was born.
Now, will I forget my wife in the house as I'm trying to rush to get her to the hospital? It could be a possibility. I mean, I left her at the altar, so there could be a real possibility of that.
You did. That was right.
Now, so it's
you turn around to go leave, and there she is standing there.
Yeah, I know. But you know what, though? There's honestly so many different things. But like a Speedy Home Alone Silverberg edition. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Let me tell you something. When my kid gets older, I'm having cameras. I'm having security cameras all over that house on that kid.
Can you get a ring for the inside?
What'd you say?
Can you get the ring, but for the inside?
What do you mean?
The ring.
Like camera thing? Like the one that wraps it, like goes all over the place?
No, the ring that's on that's like a doorbell.
Oh, I don't want. No, I need like security cameras in the house.
That's what I said. You were gonna get a ring for the inside.
Oh, I don't. I'll get like the Yee cameras that I have here in the house now. I'll get those.
What are they called?
Yees. Y-I.
Yee.
I mean, so I have like 4 of them in my house, so they're already like ready to go, and he's not even born yet. They're already like ready to go.
Yee.
Like literally, like I have like 3 upstairs. I have like 1 down here, so I have like they're all over the place.
Which room?
You can't miss
again.
What'd you say?
That's the small one right next to the bathroom, right?
I have 2. I have the one in the living room. I have one near the kitchen. I have one down here.
No,
I have one in the hall.
The bedroom. It's gonna be the one by the bathroom, right?
Oh,
the
yeah.
tiny one.
Yeah.
So one camera can probably fit that entire room.
Oh, of course. That's. Yeah. Well, we're gonna have a baby monitor.
Yeah, well, everyone does.
No, but like now they have the sound ones. Now they have the ones with the video on it.
Technology. Ooh.
That's what my brother has. He had one for Madden. He had the one with the it's got the video on it over the crib.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see what's going on, and then it has the noise. So we're gonna have that too. Well, you have to remember the first few months, the baby stays in the parents' room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he's gonna be in our room the first few months. I 110% expect to find Pedro in the crib at least 3 times a week.
He's probably the one that I would be worried about the most being in there.
Why? He doesn't do anything.
Sammy, I think, would go in there and just cuddle.
Sammy can't even jump that high. No, Pedro's fine. Pedro's not gonna do anything. Pedro's just
Sammy trying to jump up and like it's going pop.
Pedro's just gonna sit and chill.
Maybe.
No,
I don't know. With animals, you never know.
Anything, man. My cats don't do it. Dude, my cats do nothing. Have you ever seen
Sammy's great. Sammy is great.
Pedro doesn't do anything.
Pedro, he runs.
Yeah, that's all he does is runs and lay down and eat.
And you see his little flapping across the floor.
Oh, be nice. That's his little pouch. He's got that to make him run faster. That actually is what it is. It's crazy.
Kangaroo.
I know.
Kangaroo cat.
That is our show, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you so much for listening. Again, tune in next Tuesday. Of course, we'll be back from 8 to 10 p.m. Alex will be back with us. Again, please download
our app. Finally did it or not.
What?
So we're going to find out if he finally did it or not.
Yes, I know. Download our app, ladies and gentlemen. All you have to do, if you have an iPhone, you go to the Apple Store, you type in WSRN. If you have an Android, you go to the Google Play Store, you type in Worldwide Sports. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Periscope. Again, you can always reach out to us on our Twitter pages. We have our website, worldwidesportsradio.com as well. So it's going to be another good week of wrestling. NXT looked good tonight. I know they're about to do the main event with Gargano and Loomis.
5 minutes to go.
What happened?
It's 5 minutes to go.
Well, they go over the time. You have to remember they go over. USA lets them go over.
That's right. I forgot.
Yeah. You have AEW tomorrow. I'm curious where now it goes that Hangman is out. What is going to happen next for Kenny Omega's challenge? What are we going to do with Malachi Black and Cody? All that. Don't forget to check out all of our great shows. I know Sports Loudmouths with Errol, Tyler, and Speedy are going to have Dwight Gooden on tomorrow. So that's a really good get for them to have that. I'm happy that they seem to be doing really well. I listen to the show every now and then when I can. Of course,
it's been one week that you weren't on though.
Second week.
So it's 1 week.
No, that's just my first week.
So what do you mean you watch it every now and then when you can? When it's only been 2 days.
Well, because I watched it Wednesday and I couldn't watch it Thursday.
Okay.
You know, that's what I mean. Watched it Wednesday, I couldn't watch it Thursday. You know, every now and then when I can.
Pretty literal, but okay.
Oh, I'm just saying. You also have the Ryan Hickey show. You have Weapons Hot. You have the Sports Lords. You have all these different shows. Don't forget to check out the Weekend Crunch with Errol, Tyler, as well every single Saturday at 7 p.m. on 103.9, the LI News radio channel. It's good stuff. Like I said, great show tonight. I had a lot of fun with you, Lyle, doing a little, again, Takedown Breakdown reunion. It was great. We're going to have Alex back next week. Yeah, man, for sure. And like I said, again, for those that reached out, thank you so much. I appreciate the congratulations on that for sure. So, for Lyle Gillen, for Speedy Petey, for myself, Josh Silberg, Alex will be back next week. This has been Off the Mat on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. Enjoy AEW tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of NXT tonight. Enjoy all of that. Enjoy wrestling with SmackDown and so on and so forth. Until next week, take care, everybody. Have a good night. This has been Off the Mat on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network. Kenny Omega, take it away.
I must bid you adieu. So say with me now if you know it. Goodbye. And good night.
Thank you for listening to Off the Mat on the Worldwide Sports Radio Network, your source for all things wrestling and sports entertainment. It's the Worldwide Sports Radio Network.
Rangers